What is the deal, y'all? JR the AR, and we are back with another episode of Colorblind Conversations. First episode of the year, 2024 has been a movie so far. I've been doing a lot of things in the back end that you guys are going to see coming up in the next few weeks. But honestly, the reason I haven't pressed the issue to be in here is because a lot of these rappers don't have much to talk about. Now, I brought someone in here who kind of agrees with me on that front. And that's kind of the topic of discussion today. A day in LA, no jumper, also known as the rap report card nigga. My boy Dejon Paul, how we doing today, brother?
What's up, bro? Thank you for having me pull up.
Oh, no, for sure. I'm really happy we were able to get this in. Like I said, we were actually going to do this for the freshman
class,
list not too long ago.
In October, yeah.
Yeah, and I hear it'd be real problematic at those shoots.
Fuck you. It would not be problematic. That is a rumor. That's a dispelling.
Oh, yeah, that's word around the street this week, though.
Oh, man, it's be so smooth. We having such a good time. It's hilarious that people would think that it would be that type of drama at those shoots. Those shoots be a ball. We have a good time. We eat. Gifts, gift bags, companies send us all merch and all the artist merch. It's just a pleasure at those shoots, but I get what you're saying.
And you be pulling out all the nines. Who was sponsoring it last time? Pro Club, Shockaware?
I've done one with Pro Club. I've done one with Shockaware. I've done some independently with all my own bread and all my own resources. So, shout out all the brands that, support LA rappers in tandem with myself.
No, that's awesome. And the fact you've been so consistent, this is the fourth annual one?
Yes, last year was the fourth one. This will be the fifth. This will be the fifth year.
And before we get into this long ass list of the entire city who's mad at you, if you could just give me one MVP who's really like shined brighter than you expected from each of those freshman lists over the past few years.
Perfect. I'll say for the first one, Wally the Sensei, but rest in peace, Key Riches.
Rest in peace, Key
Riches. If he was alive and could possibly be him. 2021, Jason Cash with DW Flame, who just joined No Jumper as a host, as well as he's on Wild and Out. He has another show on VH1. But DW Flame and Jason Cash from the second one. From the third one, Zoe Sama, even though I'm a big fan of HBK Jachi, who was also on that one, but Zoe Sama.
Zoe's on a resurgence right now, I feel.
I definitely feel like Zoe. It took too long for him to drop the underrated remix, but we can talk about that later. But Zoe Sama from the third one, and from last year, X4, but he's locked up, free X4. But Tapri Grams musically makes the best music from the 2023 cover.
I'm about to go to Arizona to see him live. Just because, like, besides your cover, I've never seen him actively, like, moving.
Most people don't know what he looks like. That's why he got a one in Brandon. He doesn't take photos. He doesn't. This was his only interview. Like, yeah.
I was in the studio with K Bands and 500 Racks like 2 nights ago.
Okay.
And K Bands was like, bro, I have over 30 songs out with Tapri Grams. So I've never met this nigga in my life.
He told me he never met him when I met K Bands, but yeah, I saw him that one time. But again, I can't even write articles on him because it's. Well, now I can't because I have photos. But
yeah,
before the shoot, I couldn't write an article on him because I couldn't find a photo of him.
Yeah, putting together an EPK for that nigga must have been a mission before you came around and got him in a professional shoot,
now
right?
There's some photos out there of him, so yeah.
Oh, for sure. I didn't want to detract from the list. I just wanted to highlight some other people you've worked with while you've been building up the scene for all these years. Because I want to say around COVID hit and you really got cracking. Like doubling down on building the Day in LA brand.
Yeah, I mean, we all had more time. And, I remember I was putting out these lunch table memes with the LA rappers on different ones. And I'll never forget when Rucci got on the timeline. He was like, what kind of weirdo would do something like this? Like, who does stuff like this? And I'm like, I mean, what else we supposed to be doing? Like outside gangbanging? Like it's COVID. And now you see everybody doing these lunch table memes, putting different rappers on different tables and have you pick which table you're going to go to and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And it must be dope to see that type of influence being felt and like other people trying to build on top of that.
Absolutely. Just to be influential and impactful and inspire other people to do something positive. Why not?
Hell yeah. Well, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get straight into the fucking music.
Let's do it.
And personally, I wanted to start kind of from the bottom up. I wanted to start from Jaden Alexis and then go to everyone who's below Jaden Alexis. Because I feel like it's kind of a statement if you got a lower grade than Jaden Alexis.
Well, real quick, let me clarify. And this is a big misconception. This might be the biggest misconception about the report card. If I have an A in class or a GPA and you have a B or a C or a D or F, am I automatically smarter than you?
No, not at all.
Am I going to have a better life than you? Is my career going to be better than yours? So I feel like we shouldn't compare grades. You get what I'm saying? Like when you get children, like say we have children. Normally when we get our child's report card, we see their grades. We're not comparing them to other students in the class grades. We're just focusing on our child's grade. So I feel like people should focus on, at least this is my intention, let's focus on each artist's grades and scores. Let's not try to compare them, because an artist can have an A and an artist can have a B. And I think this artist is a 10 times better rapper than this artist. This artist just wasn't consistent this year. So their grade went from an A to a B or A to a C.
Yeah, because I'm already knowing like all your favorites, Blue Bucks, Dom Kennedy, like they weren't getting passing grades.
Yeah, because of the pressure not being applied as much as I would have liked. You get what I'm saying? So it's not about who has the highest grade on here. It's about those scores, and it's about what we can learn and what other artists can learn from me saying, hey, this artist needs to step up their consistency. This artist needs to step up their flow. This artist needs to step up their brand. And there's thousands of artists on the internet who can see this and be like, you know what? I need to do that too, and inspire them.
No, I like that. It's kind of crazy. Like for Jaden Alexis literally being a baby mama turned Columbia signee, a 44 doesn't seem that low in the grand scheme of things. Because honestly, if she say it was like 7 months from now and she had put out a few singles with music videos, maybe a couple features in a project, bro, each of those could be at like a 4 and a 5, and then she's gonna be above a lot of motherfuckers.
Well, again, you got to stop with the who's above and who's, because I do a best rappers list, hottest rappers list, greatest rappers list. That's when we get to compare and be competitive. This is not competitive. This is not comparative. And it's like, don't just be competitive when it comes to the report card. You guys need to be competitive when you put out music and don't promote it and do rollouts. Where's the competition then? It's like we only want to compare LA rappers when it comes to report card. And I drop a list hottest rappers in LA twice a year, at the end of the year and the middle of the year for that. So again, with Jaden Alexis, her recognition boosts her score. You get what I'm saying? But it's still an F. She still failed. You get what I'm saying? But yeah.
Lefty Gunplay, how do you do worse than her?
Lefty Gunplay also doesn't have a lot of music out as well. I would they both have Fs, correct?
Yeah.
So I will put them in the same vein. They both don't have a lot of music out. I know he had a jail stint. I believe it was some years.
9 years.
9 years, okay.
For that gun case.
So, but yeah, and then both need to work on some skills, I would say. But both are notable names, and both are notable names, and both got motion. So I wouldn't want to exclude them, and shout out to them. But it's gonna be F for me right now. Maybe not next year. I don't know. I don't want to speak for next year, but it's F for me.
No, you good. You good.
Respectfully, like I'm not trying to trash anybody, trash them. But for me, it's F. For somebody else, it might be a high grade. But for
I
me,
see where you're
F.
coming from. The only category where I would really argue with Lefty right now is probably like that impact, because as far as the Raza, like the Southsiders, like his community that's gonna pack out his venues and buy his merch, and like get him booked by Live Nation and all that shit, he got that shit on lock. Like it's almost like when because I'm from San Diego, right? So there's a lot of intersection between like the Latin American rap scene down there and then up here. Like you saw Peso and Suede. We have like Lil Maru and Lil Weirdo. Yeah, rest in peace, Money Sign Suede. Yep. But you see through their community, like they're able to monetize their fan bases way better than a lot of, as Lefty would say, the blacks. You feel me?
Okay, yeah. But if you say, I'm still hearing who when I bring up these names, you're still gonna hear who. You're still not seeing them on the biggest platforms outside of No Jumper or something like that. It's still a who thing. It's still name the nominations, or the award nominations and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's still these are still unknown underground artists, believe it or not. Just because they might have some viral motion, the impact still shouldn't be a 10.
Oh, not a 10 for sure.
No, definitely not household names.
Oh, no. I meant what I would probably fight for, especially for Lefty, maybe like a 5 or a 6. And I'd say the same thing for like a Bravo the Bag Chaser. Because I've seen Bravo the Bag Chaser go on 5-6 tours since I met him in 2020.
Okay, he does tour.
Yeah, I've seen him sell out the Novo. Okay. Like front to back. So like how he's able to monetize his fan base, that's really big for me. Like, can you translate this from streams, from like a viral clip on Instagram to like tangible bodies who are like paying for that meet and greet? And
a lot of people can't.
Yeah, like there's only a few people who come to mind in LA. It's like him, Ralphie, Greedo. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people aren't able to really like
G
take it to that next level.
Perico.
G Perico, RJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the only ones with him I
Nah, I
could
love
change.
it. I love it.
I'm gonna be bouncing around because it's just like so much different stuff. I don't want to leave a
So-
stone unturned.
Let's get into it. It's also the most, I put it in alphabetical order this year too, so that when I was doing these type of interviews, we wouldn't have to like fumble and look for this artist. It's in alphabetical order. And it's the year that we have the most names. It's like 60 something names.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And is there anyone, now that the list is printed out, you wish that you had thrown on here?
Earl Sweatshirt.
He had a very good project.
I fumbled. I dropped the ball with Earl Sweatshirt. I apologize, Earl Sweatshirt. You deserve to be on here. I'm human. I make mistakes. That's the Dejon Paul mistake of 2024. I left Earl Sweatshirt. Every interview I do, I just be like, they finna bring up Earl Sweatshirt. So, Earl Sweatshirt, I look into the camera. I apologize. I left you off. I had no right to do that. That was just a mistake. It wasn't intentional or anything. It just
slipped your mind.
Slipped my mind. And then after it was out and printed up and everything, I'm like, oh my God, Earl Sweatshirt.
Because he has some of the most consistent bodies of work coming out. And past few years, he's been pretty like back to back with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's definitely a talent. I can't pronounce the name of his last album, The Void.
That's why I didn't even attempt it, bro.
Voidroy or that, the VOIRE album.
Sounds like it's pronouncing patois or some shit.
Yeah. That is fire. He comes from a lineage, future lineage, legendary lineage. His feature on the Tyler the Creator, Come When You Get Lost Deluxe was fire. It's just, I don't know. I made a mistake. I make mistakes.
And he's not in the public eye too much, so it's pretty easy for him
to overlook, not forget, but to overlook him because he's so low key, but still no excuse. I was supposed to be diligent enough to not leave Earl off the list. So y'all got me.
Approximately where would you put him letter grade wise?
I would have to sit down and really do it. I didn't do it, clearly.
You take that too serious. No, I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, but I know that I do like that project, and I know he's not gonna get no F. I can't say that he's not gonna get an F.
No. He put out a body of work, and he raps better than 90% of these niggas. So
absolutely, yeah.
See, I'm not gonna fight you on any Fs for people who didn't drop a project this year because you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Kaylin with a C.
Yeah.
I feel like you were very generous with him.
Oh, you're not a big Kaylin fan?
No, I'm a very big Kaylin fan. I just feel like his last project wasn't that thing that took him to the next level.
Oh, his EP? No. I definitely want it. I want a full project a year from Kaylin. The C is cool. He has the star power. He has to push. He tours. He's been doing features like crazy, giving everybody a feature from the 310 Baby record. Stuck. I'm stuck singing it. He's every time I go to a concert, he's there, whether he's performing as a headliner or a special guest.
I heard some shit he just did with Frosty and the BABYSTONEs.
Oh, you heard some shit I haven't heard.
This shit's crazy.
Oh, you got exclusive.
I got some crazy shit, yeah.
What, you know the name of it? I'm gonna ask.
No,
send me the. I'm gonna just say send me the Kaylin record.
Frosty cooned out, bro. He still has it as the session name. Like that shit don't have a title.
I'm gonna text him like send me the Kaylin record. That's crazy. Okay, but shout out to Kaylin. The Creep record is fire. That's also why it's great now because he had one of my favorite songs last year with Creep.
Oh, okay.
The Creep record is fire, and then the Babii record was fire. The Mustard record was cool. It's a record on there with a So Def sample. She So.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that's fire.
No, okay. Personally, I just want to see him with that classic record. Now that he has the resources with Rock Nation and everything behind him,
yeah.
I want him to make his Good Kid, Mad City. And I know that's a lot
classic
to ask.
Debut album. No, it's not.
But it's like once Kendrick had the resources available to him, he made that. Same with YG. He made My Crazy Life. So it doesn't necessarily have to be his best lyrically sound body of work. No, I just want the best version of Kaylin from all fronts and some level of cohesion.
I want some, definitely that. But I just want to hear some masterfulness. And then it's like, if you're going to be melodic, maybe some vocal lessons, if you're going to be melodic, or background singers. I've been suggesting that for a while. Like, if you're going to be melodic, show me the harmony, show me the stacking vocals, put more effort into it. Just more effort into the music, even though, I'm not saying he puts no effort into the music, but more effort into the music.
Oh, for sure. Because I feel like he could push himself to a level that he hasn't tapped
at all. I agree. But I will say the 222 project I really loved. And I love 2 for Real too. And 2 for Real 1's a classic.
2 for Real 1 is
2 for Real 1 is a classic.
Let me see. Where the fuck is Bino, man? Bino a D. Would you like to elaborate on that? Because I see it's not like he got a terrible grade anywhere, but he just didn't do anything amazing.
Yeah, Bino definitely with the I'm trying to think of his last project's name. It didn't come out. It came out in 2022. We didn't drop a project last year outside of 683, which I wasn't the biggest fan of.
Neither was
Harsh critic of. Yeah, I just feel like his presence is missed, lackluster, laid off, shaded, too low key, not trying to be a contender. I could tell like from his energy, he's not trying to be the hottest artist on the West Coast. And that's unfortunate because I definitely want to see him continue to carry the torch from Nipsey being somebody that I was introduced through Nipsey. So yeah, I want to see him be more dominant, more present, put out more music, drop hits. He does features, but do more prominent features. And yeah, do what the same way Blast operates outside of you, even though Blast is operating to the best capacity, but in my opinion, but the same way Blast applies pressure outside of 6 tape, I want Bino to apply pressure outside of 6 tape and be a big artist outside of 6 tape.
Because he could really be our thug. Because I feel like he's one of the only people besides like Wally who does that auto-tune Melodyne shit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like he's trying to interpolate an Atlanta nigga.
Yes, it's authentic. He is lucky with that. But again, he has to drop more music, and just make his presence known. You have to want it. And I just feel like I don't know necessarily if he wants it. It doesn't appear like he wants it that much. It doesn't seem like his mind and priority is I want to be the hottest rapper. I don't think that's there for him.
If you could like put yourself in his body, what would you do as Bino for the next like 6 months? Like what would be your game plan?
I would go to the Def Jam office and get on IG Live or something and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, y'all gonna push me and get some shit cracking or y'all gonna let me go?
Because I feel like with the right song, he could really take it to a pop star level.
Absolutely. He has the potential to be a huge star. He makes some of the best. That Outside project he dropped in 2020 was so good. And I just wanted one of those every year. Every summer, I wanted one of them Outside type projects in tandem with the 6 tapes. Oh my goodness. Out of here. But I would apply pressure if I was Bino. That's what I would do. I would just apply pressure and I would not sleep until I was one of the hottest artists on the West Coast. And then I wouldn't sleep until I was one of the hottest artists in the country if I was Bino.
Nah, I just want to bring more focus to the few people on this list that actually have a chance of breaking out, getting on top 40 radio, like putting LA on the map as like a competing region in hip hop, because we haven't been a competing region.
Oh, wow.
For a very long while. And we've had cute songs. We've had
cute
like
is the word. We've had some cute songs.
Like No Shade to 310 Baby, but that's a cute song.
It's a novelty record.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. It's a novelty record.
Exactly, but it's just like I hear a record like that and it doesn't make me excited for the follow-up. It's like the follow-up will be cool. I'm going to hear it because he makes music that's going to be heard in the clubs, but it's like I'm not really excited for what 310 Baby is going to give me with a project. I don't feel like I'm going to learn.
That could be an age thing though. That could be an age thing though, because he's 18.
No,
so that could just be that could be an age thing as far as us not being. What could I learn from him? You get what I'm saying? But someone who's 18 might be able to gain something from him in a way if he was to apply himself and create that type of project. I get what you're saying though. Soak City's a novelty record, but it's banging its own Billboard charts. If it came on the party, you're not gonna go to the DJ and be like, cut this off. You get what I'm saying? So we can appreciate somebody charting. I love the remix with Blueface, well, minus Tiger's verse, with Blueface, Blue
so
Bus Clan, OGZ, Mustard. Yes, that verse was unnecessary. So
memorable Blueface verse though.
One of the best Blueface features in a minute. I give him that. So yeah, shout out 310 Baby. Keep doing your thing. Make sure the Stuck record with Kaylin's not bad either. The Walk record with Lil Tyler's not bad. You feel me? Keep pushing and perfecting your craft. And I know that one day, once he give him a couple more years, he'll be something nice.
For sure. He's gonna have a Vegas residency if he just makes like 4 or 5 more of those motherfuckers.
For sure. Soak City Part 2 too. Stop playing.
You just reminded me. I waved at you and you didn't say hi. We were in Vegas at the same time in Labor Day. and you were on stage with OGZ.
You waved at me?
Yeah, I did. I had
I looked at you?
Yeah, I had a cabana, and you were sitting there looking mad as fuck. You should have seen he was over here like this.
Why would I be mad in Vegas?
I don't know. You look
I didn't see
frustrated.
you. I swear to God, I didn't see you.
swear, because I remember that was the first time I heard OGZ preview his verse.
Yeah, you should have came over and said, "What's up to me, bro?" Because I remember meeting you at an event.
The YS event with the free
YS listening
tacos.
party. Yeah. I had through that event first listening party.
That was like 3-4 years ago.
2021. Yeah.
I'm proud to see how far shit's come since then.
Thank you. Yeah, things going well right now.
Nah, it's like you went from shitting on the white media to using them as a vessel to push this LA shit, bro.
Yeah, I guess you want to if you could summarize it as that. I always said, even from my first time sitting on No Jumper cameras, what did I say? It's on camera. I said, what? You come up here on Monday, on Tuesday, you go to a Dan Lay, on Wednesday, you go to that platform, on Thursday, you go to that platform. It would never be conducive to tell LA artists not to go to white platforms. I never said that. I just said, treat the black ones with the same respect. If you go do an interview at No Jumper or any white-owned platform, make sure you also come and do interviews with black media as well. It's about being equal. Somehow it maybe because I'm well spoken or something, or I'm confident, it always comes to some type of superior thing. I always get that in life. Since I was a child, people always say, you act like you're better than everybody. It's like I don't, that's not my energy to me. It's just I want to be treated with respect and equally. So yeah, but if you want to summarize it, or if people see it, I can't change people's perception. If you want to say I shitting on white media now, I work in white media, I guess. But I looked at it that I was saying like, hey, I didn't say fire anyone non-black at Power 106 or at the radio station. I said hire more black people. You know what I'm saying? I was never anti-white or anti-non-black. I was just pro-black, if anything.
No, that's fire. And no, I paraphrase because I learned when you paraphrase, people elaborate more. Because you're like, no, you ain't going to shorten it down to this bullshit. Let me give you the full.
I would elaborate it either way, but yeah, it's all good.
And then, no, it wasn't really necessarily from that. It's that out of like 45 people I follow on Twitter, you are one of them. Yeah. So I have seen, you, without compromising your bags, how you felt about certain people on that platform at certain times. So that's where I was saying, like, was it you meeting these people in person, or what changed your mindset on the operation over there for you to be like, okay, this is something that I feel like I can collaborate with and use to build myself as an individual? I
would say just when you get treated like shit from black people all the time, black people that you're trying to help, or the same black DJs and media people that I've been trying to say, hey, Power 106 hire, give them an opportunity. And I'm standing outside of this radio station with a sign that says Power 106 hate black people. And none of these other people that critique me and have so much to say were there on that day. It's like, once you get treated by like shit, like dog shit, worse than dog shit, it's like, okay, what else do I have to lose? It's just, I just want to do business. Like, and whatever offer came, that's the offer that came. We talked business, we worked it out, we negotiated it out. And that's the situation. It's like, I don't have that. I will say that I don't have that blind loyalty to black LA the same way I did maybe 2 years ago, because I got treated like, I put the report card out and it was black media that was threatening me and doing the things that they was on, not to get into specifics. It was black media. It was a black media person that I put the report card out. We're not supposed to be talking about we're not supposed to say how we feel about the music. We're supposed to just promote it. This is not our place. It was black people making rap report card rooms. It's black people calling around trying to stop bags and stuff like that. I haven't had that experience with anyone not black. I've only had that experience with black people. So it just made me say, okay, I'm going to I want to focus on music. I want to take it off the race thing, because black people in LA don't necessarily treat me the best. So I just want to focus. If you love music, you can tap in with me. It's not about black, white, XYZ. If you love music, you can. I'm here to talk about music. I'm not here to talk about race.
I really respect that, because honestly, that's how I built my company. Like, Colorblind Ent started because, like, in San Diego, that racial shit, like, stunted a lot of growth in the city, whether it's like us being able to get accepted to book a 300 cap venue, because unless all of us collaborate together, we don't have the analytics to justify getting this venue. Okay. Like, we can't get certain opportunities because y'all fucked this up, causing a scene. So now we can't get sponsors to get you guys on the road. It was a multitude of things. Okay. So I respect that you're at a point where you're just like, I don't really care what your background is. Like,
Mm.
if you care about the bottom line,
Yeah.
like the real bottom line, like I'm willing to work with you.
Yeah, it just doesn't it doesn't service me. It doesn't to think like that at this point in my life. I'm getting older, more mature, and I'm just about the music and business and getting it done. If you treat me with respect, you treat me right, I'm gonna treat you with respect, and I'm gonna treat you right. I'm not just gonna rock with you because you're black. And maybe when I was younger or a couple years ago, I was making that mistake of saying, "Oh, black people, black business, pro black this, that XYZ," and then you put a report card out, and just because I don't agree with how you feel about an artist, I don't feel about them. I got to be names, and you want to kill me, and I'm getting death threats and all this different shit from black people. Not one white person hit me up with a
Black
death
people
threat.
threatening your life over a report card that you made
All the
on
time.
an Excel
All the
sheet.
time, on a daily basis. Yes, black people. Not one white person has hit me up with a death threat. It's been nothing but black people. So why would I then turn around and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna work with a person because they white"? You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, though.
Is it
All is
hard
well.
not to move in fear sometimes, or with like a level of
It's
anxiety?
easy not to move with fear because I'm not a fearful person. I speak my mind, and I walk with God, and you feel me? I have security. You see, I'm protected. I have people that care about me.
No, you can't.
And
You can't correct to the podcast.
yeah, all is well. All is well. I'm moving with God, and whatever happens, happens. But I feel comfortable. But I'm not moving with fear. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm talking about music. It's people that get up and talk about gang politics every day. They feel comfortable. So why wouldn't I feel comfortable talking about music? The same thing. Elliot Wilson, Danielle Smith, Maddie C, Dave Mays, all these other great journalists did for years that I grew up watching and reading. Why shouldn't I do the same thing?
Because I feel like with sports and music and religion, there's a few things where people are very, very prideful about their opinions about, to the point where they are willing to hurt you over it.
But
And
if you hurt me because I say Blue Bucks get an F this year because they didn't put out a body of work really like that, I mean, and that's just something you want to do, then I guess.
has
But
anyone ever had that energy for you in person, or is
now
it
I haven't
all?
had. That's also why I feel so comfortable. I haven't had one, not a half of a negative experience in person with any person. The worst, nothing. I haven't had any, not one negative experience. Online, yes, you feel me? Online, absolutely, but in person, no.
Yeah, because everyone puffed their chests out on Twitter, bro,
Yeah,
or X,
and
whatever.
see me and smile. Like literally smile, take pictures, tag me on their story, get my phone number, start sending me music, start having me pull up to studio sessions, all kind of stuff.
And you're like, I thought it was Spunk just a couple weeks ago. Like,
hey man, that's the game. People are emotional, and that's something I am not. I am not emotional. I do not care about emotions.
nah, bro, because that shit just holds the progress back.
Yeah, it's just not my way. I like to get stuff done. I could be the only emotion I really tap in with is passion. But passion and music go hand in hand. But yeah.
Do you think your passion ever gets misconstrued for other things by people in the industry?
But it's passion for productivity. It's passion for efficiency. It's passion for getting the job done. So you kind of need that to do something. If to do it well, you need to be passionate about it. Other you're just gonna do it sloppy, and maybe that's why my work is not sloppy.
Because like I saw you talking about Suspect's grade with him on No Jumper.
Here we go again. We do the Monday show every Monday.
Episode 2 just came out, correct?
Yep, we just started.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But when you're breaking down why he's sitting here with an F,
Mm-hmm.
you're like barking up at him, and you're speaking with conviction. You're speaking from a place of, no, I analyzed this for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I came to grips with why you have every part of this where it does.
Yeah. But I kept it respectful. I feel like I kept it respectful. I didn't call him out his name or nothing or threaten him or nothing like that.
Oh, of course
Because
not.
that's the bro, and I just felt like I had my notes. You saw I started listing songs and things I felt like it could have been did
that's
differently.
what made it even harder to argue with you, because
Right.
you're like, oh, the intro could have been stronger here.
Yeah.
I felt like this was a weaker version of this. No, you came.
Yeah.
You just weren't talking out your ass. You were able to elaborate on your points.
Absolutely, and I could do that for any artist that I sit down with and break down, review music. Me and RJ met up the other day, and we was able to do that in person, and he felt like some of his scores should have been higher, and we talked about it, And I'm not if he feels like he get a 7 in catalog or 8 in catalog, and I give him a 6, that's not too far off. That's just my opinion. And could it be a 7? Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. Yeah.
But you're opening a discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like more people willing to have that talk with you is what's just gonna have people actually apply this shit instead of just being mad at it. Because if everyone just sat here, let it marinate for a couple weeks,
right,
and then applied what they needed to in the studio or in their outside life, like, oh, maybe I need to think about finding a really good cover artist that I'm going to use for my next like 6 projects so I can have a cohesive catalog on streaming platforms, like little shit like that, like taking your words and not getting all butthurt, but building upon it.
It's nothing to be offended by. No, I don't find any of these 12 categories personal. These aren't personal categories. Nothing to be personally offended by, in my opinion. But then again, that's just my opinion. But yeah, shout out to all the artists listed. I do want to shout them all out, and I want to see you win. Otherwise, you would not be on there. And again, sorry, Earl Sweatshirt.
As Frosty said, he thinks all y'all niggas weak.
He did say that. Frosty's a fucking fool, man. Frosty's crazy. Shout out to him for his store. He opened up his store.
Yep, I was just about to say the same thing.
Yep, in his weed shop.
Go pick up your Snow Gerb exotics and your Gerb Nation sweats.
Absolutely, he got to drop some more music, man. That's all.
Are you still executive producing tapes? Because I know you did some shit with T-Fly a few months ago.
Yeah, I kind of A&R'd that, sequenced it, and narrated the project. I'm working on my own A Day in LA project as well. That's gonna drop when it gets a little warmer. I didn't want to put it out in the winter months when it's raining. The vibe doesn't go with the music I was crafting up. Like rainy days, gloomy days, how we've been having, and warm summertime music. I'm waiting till it gets a little warmer to drop that, maybe around my birthday in the spring.
You gotta send me some shit, fool.
Oh, I got you. The first single's with Big Sad 19 on it. It's called The Ghetto. Produced by Jug. It's fire. That I might drop that very soon.
I was in the studio with Jug last night.
Really?
I was Hit Mob. Those are my people.
Okay, yeah.
Ron, Ace, Menace, Jug.
Shout out to the whole Hit Mob, but Jug did Vinces and Adventures, and I went to myself, I need one of these for my project, and he gave me one of those.
Jug is a fucking mad scientist, especially with what he was doing with Greedo and Draco while they were in the pen.
Oh yeah, the thank you for using GTL, that one. Yeah. Fire,
one of the best prison recorded
ever. Even with the phone drop, the drops and whatnot, it's fire.
That's what I'm saying. That's like a timeless project when you think of like how it was actually like put together and the story behind it.
Concept. But they went back and they did it. He re-recorded it once he got out. I'm trying to think of the name of that project. It's the same music. He just re-recorded it and released it. Rest in peace to Draco. Yeah,
rest in peace to Ruler, man. And shout out again to Hit Mob, bro. They're about to go on a run.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's good, because I feel like their run, was not short-lived, but it got interrupted. And that whole, I hate the word traffic rap because it's LA drill music. That whole LA Cali drill music wave definitely deserved a lot more, a lot better. I wish I was doing these report cards and was really blogging around that time heavily and had the influence I have now then, because I would have ensured that is a household subgenre of rap.
Oh, for sure. And I really think they're about to go for a second run. But they've also evolved like as people. Like Ron and Quad, them niggas like 30, you feel me?
Yeah, Ron's a dad now.
Yeah, same with Ace the Face. So it's like these niggas are at different points of their life. Like I was in the studio with Quad and Phoenix not too long ago.
Okay, cool.
And Phoenix is at a point in his life. Have you heard his most recent project?
I have not. He reached out to me and asked me to grade him recently.
I highly recommend you listen to it, because you know how rappers always be like, yo, I'm playing with different sounds. Blah, 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 blah.
He's really playing with different sounds?
Bro, he's harming. He's singing on hooks, bro. Like,
fire.
No, he's really getting out of his comfort zone. Good. Hearing the beats that I'm watching him have load up, it's like, okay, no, he's really trying to push the envelope. He's not worried about what his niggas are thinking about this music, because
that'll hold you back.
That's one of the biggest things I feel holds him back. Like, or not him, just LA in general.
They want to impress their homies.
Yeah, because I've heard records. I don't know if I should say this, but I've heard records where I've heard R3 singing, and R3's tonality when he sings sounds like P&B Rock. And when I hear
probably
shit like
way
that,
better than his rapping.
Way better than his rapping, bro. And when I hear shit like that, I'm like, bro, I bet you if you didn't have a bunch of yes men around you
that make you feel soft for singing like that,
people who are actually trying to build you up, bro. First thing I would do is, I'd have you do a hook like this. I'd get my crazy row on this, and then I'd tell fucking 300, put fucking
something like that. Okay. I got to hear some of this melodic R3 music, because I do not like his
tapping with R3, tapping with Phoenix, influx. Bro. Because I agree.
R3's on the IE report. He's on the IE. Like Moreno Valley, he's on the Inland Empire.
What I'm saying is, be like, yo, Lil Birdie told me you got some melodic shit in the cut.
Okay.
Because it made me appreciate him more as an artist. Because when you know someone could do something up here, but they just choose to do something right here.
Yeah.
It annoys you, but then you're like, okay, you're not as lackluster as I assumed.
Okay. It's just when they're ready, you know, but I'm an encourager. I know how to encourage people.
I feel that.
Yeah.
What do you think Wally the Sensei needs to become like that guy?
Well, he was on Capitol Records. He just left. I believe he's going with Empire. I feel like the label definitely could have pushed him more, but he also needed to put out more music. Like he didn't put out enough music when he was with them for whatever reason. 03 Flow, big record. We needed a remix.
Just hit 20 million on YouTube.
Absolutely, we needed a remix to that. And if it wasn't going to be Greedo, supposedly there's a Greedo remix to that, but we still haven't heard it. It should have been another big artist. Yeah, it's just about like execution with Wally. It was about executing certain things better and things not being just execute it better. Like you gotta know what you're doing and execute it and do it. When it comes to artist direction and what an artist is doing, and it's hard to explain it because I just know how to do it so well. And I can do it in my sleep, but not everybody is me. But it's just about being intelligent enough to know what to do with a Wally the Sensei and being able to perfectly, because that's a layup to me. That's a layup.
Fuck yeah, because that's the type of guy you can get so many different features, and they're gonna
hooks, get everybody, like everybody,
like No Cap, Dirk, like
yeah.
The possibilities with someone like him are endless, and I feel like I see someone like Wally, and I see stifled potential.
Absolutely, but that could be a label thing, anything like that. Politics to everything, but shout out to Wally. He himself is a genuine artist. He's very talented. It's just about making the right choices every day, and knowing what you're doing.
That everyday part is really important too, because I think one of the biggest things with LA as a totality is people aren't consistent.
No, you have somebody like a Rimble who will scorching hot do the It's Rimble project, and then the Draco cosign, It's Rimble project, Lil Yachty feature on rock climbing, and then
Ghost.
That's an asset that the West Coast needed and could have. So
he was one of the ones who was getting mainstream looks. Like, oh, Ski Mask the Slump God's under his comments. Russ is under his comments. Shit like that is big to me because that shows like you're breaking through markets these other niggas can't scratch.
He went gold. He went gold, I believe.
Yes, he got a plaque off that shit.
Audible record and Touchable, I believe.
Yeah, rock climbing too.
Yeah, so he has some plaques. Warner Brothers deal just doesn't put out music, rarely posts, doesn't do photo shoots, barely does interviews, just MIA, He damn near need to sign a TDE at this point. He moved like that. Shout out to Rimble.
Oh my God. People have been on your head about all the TDE scores, but it's really hard to argue with you. Like, what was Schoolboy Q's last album? Crash Talk?
That was 2019.
Yeah, and that's when people were hyped that he got like a Lil Baby feature.
Yeah, that's what's 2019 is what 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Absol's last album wasn't good.
It wasn't good, and he took a 6-7 year break before that, and then dropped the lackluster album. I did like that No Report Card record. I caught the disc. Kendrick took 5, not that he's with TD anymore, but he took 5 years off, then dropped I'm not gonna say lackluster, but like mediocre mid album.
It just didn't have much replay value. You can't slap domestic violence in the middle of an album and expect me to run that shit back.
Yeah, it was too theatrical. You could have made that album and then played it for your family and stuff, and you could have gave us a real album. J-Rock, what, 2017 Redemption? So what's that? That's 3 plus.
Was that the one with 90059?
Yeah, I mean, he won a Grammy for King's Dead around that time.
Oh, with that win-win. I mean, no. That was the one with the la-di-da-di-da, right?
The Future.
That dumbass.
Yeah. He was, so he that was his moment per se, but it's like, okay, have another one, and then have another one, and then have another one. And then what's the name of the record he dropped with Lotto last year? I hated that record. I'm trying to think of that record. So he dropped a song with Lotto where he thought he was just so.
No, they had a video too. I remember.
He thought it was not. That's not J-Rock. He thought it was just so cool, flexing, and it just gave me old nigga don't pass the baton vibes. Like that's what the West Coast is, bro. I'm telling you, man.
One more person I want to make sure we cover on here. Just to highlight someone who's been consistent at doing it at a high level for a really long time is the only A I see on this list, and that's Tyler.
Yeah.
Odd Future, Head Honcho, One of the only people in recent memory to put his whole clique on, even the people who don't rap.
Yeah, collective, a real collective. TV shows, Camp Flog Gnaw Festival, a storefront, clothing brand in every from PacSun to Zoomies to all kind of merchandising deals.
Scoring movies like the Grinch soundtrack.
Absolutely having a DJ drama mixtape / album, win a Grammy, then double back with a deluxe edition with 8 new songs with West Coast features like Vince Staples and YG on it. Like, I feel like Tyler definitely gets it right. Would I like to see him throw a newer LA artist in the mix on one of them records? That might be cool too. But that's my really only critique against is like go get a new LA rapper and give him a feature, or even if you don't put him on your record, you give him a verse. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear Tyler on like a newer West Coast artist record, and then that's my only like real critique against him.
What I feel is more realistic, and what I would like to see is some of these new West Coast niggas getting on Tyler production.
Oh, that'd be dope as well. Because respect him as a record producer as well. Yeah, please.
Because he's so hands-on with all his projects, and he's been saying for years now, like, yo, I want to produce for more people.
I don't think they can afford his beats.
But, I don't think he... I think if he really say he fucked with the Zoe Osama, I don't think he's charging Zoe Osama his rate.
Oh, that'd be fire. And that's the type of quirkiness and avant-garde and out-the-box, off-kilter thinking and just thing that Zoe needs to do. In my opinion, I feel like Zoe could cross over. He has the potential to cross. Zoe, Osama Rucci, those are artists that have the potential to be pop stars. Like when I see them, I see MTV. I see Yo MTV Raps. I see those colors come in my head when I listen to their singles and I see them, but then it's just so much gang this and you feel me and street this and street that. It's like I'm such a real nigga. It's like, no, you could be like Snoop Dogg and be doing Budweiser commercials and cooking with Martha Stewart and crossing over. Even when Snoop started out, is the Gin and Juice video where he does the Home Alone remake and the parents go out and he throws a house party. That's MTV. That's crossover. That's pop. And I feel like that's what Zoe and Rucci and people need. And linking with a Tyler would inspire that, hopefully.
Maybe at least you get the gears turning, you know what I mean? See someone who programs at a really high level attracts different markets.
Absolutely. You guys should be walking multi-million-dollar brands. Don't just be a real nigga that's respected in the street. Be a real brand. Is how I feel about Zoe Osama and Rucci. I put them in the same conversation.
100%. And again, shout out Tyler, the creator, because you really making the West look good, man. And a lot of people need to follow suit.
Holding it down for us, to be honest, even though some people like, why is he on here? Some people say he hasn't put out music in years. I'm like, you guys don't listen to music, because he definitely dropped the deluxe edition last year.
You just lucky he didn't just do the West Coast in general, because Yeet would have shit on most of you guys.
Oh, people are saying Yeet's from Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet definitely is fire. The Drake feature is what obviously got him like nationally known, but
now he's just indisputed though, because he already had the White Kids on Lock, was already 4 billion streams up before the Drake shit came out.
So some people say industry plant. How you feel about that?
I think no, he just I listened to Yeet. First thing I said was, okay, if I'm 19, this is the new Uzi to me. No, I get it. I get it, because that music translate well live.
Festival music
has most West Coast niggas, their shows suck. Their music does not translate well in a live performance. There's not a lot of replay value there. I don't want to go see. Bro, I'm just gonna put this down before I hurt someone's feelings.
That's my specialty.
Same. Oh my gosh. Are you really down to do a San Diego list? Like I give you like 20 people to check out?
Fucking yes.
Because I think we would shake that up. I could probably get Dago TV to back it.
We could collaborate on it. I'm down to do that.
Because you see, I've been curating the scene down there for a few years since you've met me. Yeah. And now it's really.
He was telling me about it when we met at that YS party. It's just, I'm trying to remember his fucking name. He was in a wheelchair. He came up to me at the No Jumper store. And he was like, man, you gotta do San Diego. You gotta do Dago. And I told him I would. So I'm gonna keep my word. This is just a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna keep my word, and we could collab on that. That should come out very, very soon. We should work on that to have that out in the next couple months.
I'm super excited for that, because honestly, like,
because I'm doing the Bay, or NorCal, excuse me. So yeah.
Oh, for sure. I got some crazy shit coming with my girl Gritty Lex.
Okay.
I'll send you some shit she got with Greedo.
Fire.
Bro, they're almost done with the EP.
Oh, that's hard. Greedo's working. Greedo hit me yesterday. He said I was bringing the music back to No Jumper. And he said he likes how I keep the focus on music and not on drama and gang politics. So shout out to Greedo for that.
I want to
appreciate
applaud
that.
you and Almighty for that.
Okay.
'cause
Yeah, thank you.
even before you got there, I remember I watched Almighty bringing up like 500 racks and like
Uh,
Hakeem Beasley, and in the middle of like all like the white supremacists and all the
Yeah.
radical. I'm like, okay, he's keeping the music alive over there, and now you're
Uh,
following suit. Like,
yeah.
congrats on the exhibit interview, bro. That was huge.
Oh, that was fire. Shout out to Sharp for pulling me in for that. That was dope. That was whew, man, that was surprise. He just tapped me, was doing the news together. He tapped me, said, "What you doing after this?" I said, "Shit, I'm finna go get my car service." He like, "Nah, you can go do that tomorrow. We finna do the exhibit." I said, "Bet."
That's some goated shit, bro.
Yeah, that shit's fire, man.
Give me 3 names on your bucket list for this year who you want to sit down and talk to.
Dom. Even though that might not
Might need double up on security.
Anywho, Dom, YG, and Cube. If I had a 4-person Snoop.
That's a pretty solid little lineup right there.
Thank you.
And like you said, new show on No Jumper.
Yes, new shows on No Jumper. Here we go again, aka the new Monday show on Mondays. Shoot Your Shot. The first episode is coming with Ralphie the Plug, where artists come freestyle and then sit down with me on the couch and we do interviews.
Shout out the Stinks. Shout out my boy Man.
Yeah, and it's artists from Detroit. Also, I have food content coming on No Jumper. I'll be grading food and reviewing food. And then I'll have my own shows, my own Black-owned content, Rap Report Card Live with the Triller app and Versus TV, me, RJ, Mr. LA, and Storm DeBarge judging artists. And then Eastside Cable and I teamed up to do a battle rap league called King of the Court. We've been doing auditions at Shockaware where we have artists pull up and we grade them, but the ones that get A's are going to come back and battle each other.
You're really curating this right. You're like,
yeah.
We only want that
so we
honor roll over here.
Yeah, we did all the auditions. You'll see. I don't want to reveal, like, give everybody, but you'll see the ones that got A's. You have to get an A to move to the next round, the battle round.
That's fucking tough. Sounds like you already have a busy ass first quarter.
Oh yes, I love to work. I love to work, period. I'm sad when I'm not working. I just love to work, keep pushing and focus on productivity. I love to stay busy. I do not like to be idle. I just don't like it. Feels weird not working. I've been working since I was 12, so I have to work.
No, complacency, idle time always built problems for me.
Okay, yeah, same here. It's just stupid to me to just be sitting around not doing nothing. I work 7 days a week. I find even on Sunday, I will find something to do, whether it's consulting, whether it's getting graphics ready, social media calendar, whatever I got to do, I'm gonna find a way to work every single day.
How can people get a hold of you for consultation work?
You can hit my DM or at Dejon at gmail.com, Dejon Paul Creative at gmail.com. And yeah, I definitely enjoy doing consultancies because it's kind of like the report card, but one-on-one. Like, you get to talk to me and I'll break this stuff down, but I'll pull up in person. You play me as many records as you want to play me. Come with my notes, give you a review, then I'll meet you again. It's normally a 2-part consultation. I do a music consultation with you, and then I'll pull back up and do a marketing consultation with you and tell you and craft your rollout for you and type all that up and send it to you. That's how I've been doing those.
Okay, fire. Motherfucker, y'all better tap in with Dejon if you're trying to get your money's worth, man. He already sitting there in the No Jumper offices at a day in LA talking to RJ. You might be the next topic of discussion. So invest in yourself for real.
Yes, sir.
And finally, my last question before we get out of here. What could you tell to the up and coming Black media personality who's trying to get into the game? What's one piece of advice you would throw them?
Be fearless and don't be afraid of these artists. Don't be afraid to tell artists how you feel. I come from a time where media people spoke on how they felt about music. I don't know where this misconception that we're supposed to just promote music comes from. You know what I hate? I hate when these platforms post that stupid ass, "Is so-and-so the hottest artist in LA?" with the question mark meme.
That shit's burnt
Like,
out.
nigga, you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a declarative statement. You feel me? Tell me what's hot. Tell me what's new. Tell me what's going on. So my advice to young media people coming up is to not be afraid of these artists. Speak your mind. If you like something, tell us why you like it. Articulate that. If you don't like something, articulate that. But stand on something and articulate yourself in regards to it.
I love that, brother. Again, thank you for blessing my platform.
Thank you for having me, bro. It's great.
No, for real. And like I said, I'm so proud of you to see your elevation over the years. Seeing you just like be unwavering in your opinions,
Thank you. Thank you.
and you still being able to thrive through adversity, brother.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm excited to see what the next few months hold for you.
Thank you, bro. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Make sure you tap in with the Rap Report Card, rapreportcards.com. Shout out to King Palm, our sponsor. And I'll see you guys soon.
Hell yeah. Follow A Day in LA. Follow Rap Report Card. Follow my boy Dejon Paul. Follow Colorblind Entertainment and follow my black ass. You already know what it is with me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know who you want on next. It's been another episode of Colorblind Conversations, and we are out of here.